Good morning, Marlo. Okay, so this is your weekly Tarotscope. This is where we get together every Monday and Friday to discuss what's coming up for us over the next week. We're going to look at Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday, we're going to look at Friday through Sunday. Okay, so first, right quick, let's talk about the Samhain tarot events. Those were awesome. If you missed them, sorry, but I will do another one some other time, just not super soon because we have a lot of things coming up. Okay. So, anywho, those readings were amazing. The group was amazing. We had so much fun, and it was such a magical 2 nights that I really enjoy doing those because the energy was so strong. And it gave me some great ideas for the future. So I'm glad for everybody that showed up to those events and that participated, even if you got chosen for a reading or not. I'm so glad that you were there. They were so fun. We got some great messages out of those, and I had an awesome message from one of my students this weekend. She got booked to read. She just started learning tarot in January. She's one of my students, and she just got booked to read for a party for Halloween. And instead of reading for 2.5 hours, they kept her on to read for like 4.5 hours, which is a lot. But the fact that she got booked for an event and she was doing so well that people wanted her to stay, so happy for her. So happy for her. It was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started with our weekly tarot scope. What we're going to do first is we're going to balance out the heart chakra. Okay, all you do is listen to this bowl sing. This bowl is attuned to the frequency of your heart chakra. What this is doing is it's balancing out the energy between your human self and your higher self. Okay, it's connecting all those chakras so the energy flows nice and smoothly. All right, all you do while the bowl is singing is you just relax and you just take nice, deep cleansing breaths in and out. You're picking up all the heaviness and you're letting it go. Okay. We're getting ourselves ready and primed for the week ahead. All right. So just listen, relax, and enjoy. Nice, deep breaths. Now let's all collectively take one super deep breath in, hold it, pick up all that heaviness, all that anxiety, all the fear, and let's let it go. Get rid of that. You don't need it, right? We do not want to carry that heaviness into the next week or into this week. Okay, good, good, good. What we're going to do now is we are going to get our fairy blessing. Oh, one quick announcement, right quick, you guys. Last night, I finally finished editing episode 1 of the new podcast, Awakening Unfiltered. And should everything align the way I'm working on it, it should premiere on YouTube Thursday, the 7th at 7:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I would love for us to all watch the premiere or listen to the premiere together, okay? Because it is an audio podcast, it is not video. I told y'all I wanted to be able to say whatever I needed to say, when I wanted to say it, how I wanted to say it, all of that. I don't want to be boxed in. And so I just set myself in front of a microphone and started talking. So yeah, we're gonna watch the premiere or listen to the premiere on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time together. And I would love to see your comments. I would love to see what you think about the podcast because episode 2 is going to be recorded this week. And let me tell you, it is spicy. Okay. Spicy. That's all I'm going to say. So if you're not following me on YouTube yet, make sure you are. That way you see the notification for the premiere and we can watch it all together. Okay. It's on your calendar. Excellent. Thank you all so much. Okay, let's get our fairy blessing for the week. And then we're going to get our overall tarot card for the week. And then y'all are going to choose the deck that I read to pull cards from for each day this week. Okay. I know it's a lot, but we uncover everything. Okay. Here we go. So let's find out what our fairy blessing is for this week. And I'm so sorry to YouTube. Last week, I had forgotten to turn the microphone on. So I'm glad you can hear me this week. I know a lot of people were like, there's something wrong. Can't hear her, but yeah, sorry about that. Okay, what is our fairy blessing for this week? We do have a full moon in Taurus this week. Okay, it's on Tuesday, the 6th. It's a full moon in Taurus, and you want to look where Taurus is in your natal chart to find out how that's going to affect you. It's 13 degrees of Taurus, I believe. So look at where 13 degrees of Taurus lies in your chart, which house, and then that can give you an indication of where that energy is going to show up. Okay, we got the blessing of Enam Kara. We get this one quite often as well. It's number 37. Thursday's the 7th, isn't it? Wait, whatever the day is. Today's the 3rd. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Oh, seventh is Friday. I have Friday the 7th because okay, here's what I'm thinking. My brain is thinking the 7th because I'm opening my wait list for my Black Friday VIP breakthrough sessions on the 7th. That's why I have the 7th in my brain. Okay, so the full moon is tomorrow, the 4th, right, in Taurus. You are going to say, hey, it's okay to correct me. That's okay. um, so yeah, I just got to make sure I have my days right. I told y'all, like my days flow together all the time. But yeah, on the 7th, if you haven't seen the email, I sent out a little teaser saying, hey, we're doing Black Friday differently. Everybody's discounting stuff that you don't need, but I'm doing something that everybody does need. And it's going to be your VIP breakthrough sessions. This is where we are going to go into your astrology, your numerology, your human design. We're going to do a tarot reading together. We're going to spend about an hour and a half together in a breakthrough session. And I'm only doing 10 of these. That's why it's on Black Friday. And that's why I have a wait list. So you can get on the wait list. Not yet, though. It hasn't opened until the 7th. um, but yeah, you can get on the wait list and then I'll notify you when it's open. Okay, so the full moon is actually on Wednesday. I'm thinking Tuesday because Tuesday the 11th is the 1111 portal, and that's when I'm doing an event with my tribe. So sorry guys, my dates and days were all jumbled up. Doesn't surprise me because we are getting closer to Mercury retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 9th until the 29th. So we're getting it sorted out. Don't worry. God. Oh man, I'm human. My brain gets jumbled every now and then, especially with days and dates, especially when I have so much coming up. I have some very exciting announcements for, the breakthrough sessions. I have something coming in September. It's awesome. Okay. The blessing of Anamkara, the fairy gift of a soul friend who is a boon to your life. Okay, I remember this one. So I'm not going to read the whole thing because we've heard it enough. So, what this is telling you is this is a blessing of a friend who's going to tell you the truth. This is a blessing of a friend who's going to hold up that mirror and say, hey, is this the right move? Look at what you're doing. Are you kidding yourself? Are you lying to yourself? Are you doing this and this and that? Are you hurting yourself? Whatever it may be, this is that soul friend that is not the one that's going to be like your yes man, if you know what that means. A yes man is like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. A yes man is like a good example of ChatGPT. It thinks everything that you say is the greatest idea ever, when in fact you might be doing something pretty damaging in the meantime. That's why I have a calendar and sticky notes. Look, I can have the calendar and all the sticky notes, and I would still mess up my dates. And I do have a calendar on my phone, so I don't miss appointments. Don't think that, but yeah. So, anywho, this is that blessing of that friend that's not going to just tell you yes. That's not going to just go along with whatever you say and think. They're going to tell you, hey, here's the truth of the situation. For example, let's say you're in a relationship and maybe it's a new relationship and you're excited and you got that dopamine going and everything's great, but you're missing the red flags. And your friend is telling you, hey, I don't know about this person. I don't know if I like this for you. This person is doing this, this, and this. And you're struggling to see that because the chemical reactions that are happening in your brain. So you have to set the intention that, yeah, I'm going to listen to my friends and family if they're telling me that somebody's showing signs of red flags within my relationship. That's the way that you really kind of set yourself up for success and not getting sucked into anything toxic. So that's a good example of the friend that will tell you the truth about whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you're doing. Because again, especially in relationships, your brain is releasing so many different chemicals, especially women, that you're not going to see those red flags. You're not going to see the dark path that you're going down, but others can. And that's why it's really good to go to counseling or therapy or get a coach, or people come to me for tarot readings, because you need to see the outside perspective so you get a good view of where you're going and where you're going to end up. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the overall tarot card for the week, okay? This book is a divination book. This book has all of the tarot cards and readings for each one, direct and reverse, all mixed up within the book, okay? I wrote this book for you. I wrote this book for people who want to be able to use tarot every day but don't want to have to learn tarot. Or you love tarot and you want an intuitive pull every day, and you don't really like reading for yourself, so you want to have a reading from somebody else, from a professional. It could be any reason. Even if you're learning tarot, you can still use this book, okay? The readings in this book are designed for you to take your power back, because that is our main focus, is taking your power back, because we give it away every single day unknowingly, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to knock on the book. We're cleansing it of all the negative energy, all the stagnant energy. You love your book? Good. I'm so glad. Hey, there's a reason why it's got pretty much all 5-star reviews, except for one person gave it 4. I don't know. I'm not bitter at all. I'm kidding. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to connect to the book through our energy centers of our palms. You do have chakras within your palms. We're going to take a nice deep cleansing breath. Let it go. And we're going to ask the book, what is our overall message for this week? What is our overall message for this week? We're going to intuitively turn to a page. Ooh, we have the Ace of Wands. Very nice. Okay. So these readings in the book are geared towards daily reads, right? But we're using this for the week, Monday through Thursday. So I'm going to change a couple of the words I need to to make up for that, to say for this week instead of just for today. Okay. So this week you drew the Ace of Wands. Can you feel the excitement in the air? It is a day, I'm sorry, it's a week full of new, fresh energy, which makes a lot of sense because we're in a new month, right? Follow your intuition and allow it to guide you to new opportunities. Trust yourself and trust in the universe. There is so much power and creativity surrounding you this week. Use it, ride the wave, and enjoy this new adventure. Ooh, I like that, because think about the numerology of November. November is the 11th month. 11 is the divine gateway. 11 is also the number one heightened, right? So this month is a month where you are really getting yourself into alignment to what you want to experience, not just throughout the rest of the year, which we only have a couple months left, right? But also next year. Think about this, you guys. Next year is a 1 year. I'm going to go much more in depth in this later, but next year is a 1 year, and it's actually a big 1 year. Okay. So just know that. So this month is about you getting into alignment with where you want to go, who you want to be, all of that over the next year. Understand? Okay. So now we're going to choose the tarot deck that we use. So this one, TikTok, don't vote yet. I will put the poll up in just a second. YouTube, you can go ahead and vote in the comments. So deck number 1 is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and deck number 2 is the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so TikTok, give me 1 second. Let me put the poll up. Okay, so TikTok, please make sure you vote in that poll so your vote counts. YouTube, you can put your vote in the comments. 1 or 2. Deck 1, deck 2. So far, YouTube is liking deck 2. I know this is a very popular one. Everybody loves the Light Seers. So 1 or 2. Make sure you put your vote up here. Oh, now we have a tie. Okay, I like it. If you don't know, I'm looking at TikTok and YouTube. So if y'all see me looking back and forth, that's why. 1 or 2. I know it's a hard decision to make. We have 20 seconds left. Deck 1 or deck 2? I don't know why the twins freak me out, and I'm a twin. That is funny. And I did not know that about you, Marlo. That's cool. Probably because they're looking at you in such a weird way. The twins. Did y'all vote? All right, let's see which one got it. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's an even tie on TikTok and it's an even tie on YouTube. Are you serious? Oh, let's see. Which one, you guys? We're not identical, but people do think we are. Okay, we're gonna do any, mini, miny, mo. We're gonna take it old school. Any, mini, miny, mo. Get your tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. All right, this one. Yeah, both of y'all tied it up. So you made me have to do any, mini. All right, so we got the Tarot of Mystical Moments. You know, I have not used this deck in a long time. And I know there's extra cards in here, so we're going to see if they show up. They probably will, because it's going to test me if I if I remember them. And you know what's cool? I don't know if Molly is in here today, the one who got booked for the party. She was so nervous and brought her notes just in case, which is totally fine, right? Because she is still fairly new. She just started learning tarot in January. She didn't even need her notes. Didn't even need them. She knew exactly what she was doing. And the universe helped her. So it was amazing. I'm so proud of her. That's what happens when you pour yourself into your practice. That's what happens when you really take it seriously. I love it for her too. And she was, she got into my Quantum Master Academy. She wasn't going to at first. She had passed it up. And then she came back and she said, "No, I'm doing this. I need to do this. I need change." And look how her life is changing. It's amazing. Molly is awesome. So if you guys, I have the inner circle happening next year. It's just like the Quantum Master Academy, except for it's going to be 3 intense certifications instead of like up to 8, because it was a lot for them. They are taking it like champs, but it was a lot. So we're going to do more intense tarot, advanced tarot, and numerology. So make sure you check out the inner circle and get your booties in there if you want to be like Molly and like Jamie and like Denise is, she has her own business and all of that. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. What is coming up for us this week, Monday through Thursday? I'm going to pull one card for each day. Okay, so let's look at today, Monday. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so when the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse, it can indicate a few things. So some of you are leaving a long-term job that you just had because you don't need to be there. Maybe you found something better. Maybe the universe is pushing you out. You're like, you know what? I'm out. Some of you are going to be reflecting on the fact that you maybe haven't really done as much as you thought you were going to this year. This year, let me tell you, this year went by fast, right? It is a 9 year. The energy is high, everything went by fast. and we lost a lot of things that we thought were supposed to be in our lives, things that we thought we were supposed to be doing. But when we see the 10 of pentacles in reverse, it's asking us, what is it that you want now? What do you really want your legacy to be? What is in alignment with you, and what is no longer in alignment with you? Because so many things came to fruition, so many things came to light this year as a 9 year. And I told y'all last year that this year was going to be a doozy, because 9 years are where things come to an end. We've seen a lot of death, we've seen a lot of things come to light. We've seen just a ton of things. Okay. So when we see the 10 of pentacles in reverse, it's asking you to really reflect on what is going to be in alignment for you. How are you setting yourself up for the next year? Like I said, we're in November now. That is you focusing on alignment. And it's not the best day for you to um, focus on like I would not spend a lot of money today. Let's just be honest. So I mean, I am not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you the energy for spending a lot of money is not the best today, because you might spend it and then you might turn around and lose it, or you spend it on something that is not going to give you the return on investment that you thought it was going to. Okay, so just be aware. All right, Tuesday's energy. We have the King of Cups in reverse. So when the King of Cups is in reverse, it can be this feeling that you can't take action on the things that you feel inspired to take action on. It can be a pretty emotional day. So don't be reactive on Tuesday, just be receptive, okay? If you have emotions coming up, then let them. It is the holiday season. It is nearing the end of a 9 year. It's going to be a doozy. Like they're going to kick us in the butt on the way out of 2025. Okay? So when we see the King of Cups in reverse, it can be us feeling emotional and feeling like we're having a difficult time navigating our day. It's just a day, okay? Also, there could be a scenario where you come across a masculine energy and he is just he's being emotional. And how do they handle emotion? Typically with anger. So what do? You step back and don't engage, right? Or set boundaries, whatever you need to do. Just don't let that happen, because when he's in reverse, the King of Cups in particular, when he's in reverse, he can he can be very manipulative emotionally, because he's not feeling very good on the inside. So he's going to manipulate you to really stroke his own ego. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. Wednesday, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Holy cow. Okay. So when we see that King of Wands energy in reverse, I find this is very interesting, because our overall energy is the Ace of Wands, right? This is new, fresh energy. And I feel like all of these cards in reverse so far is about you really checking in with yourself and you not getting triggered by things or people that really would have triggered you in the past. Okay. So when we have the King of Wands in reverse, he can be somebody who is like, he's one of those people that wants to hustle, wants to grind, wants to do all these things, wants to be a leader, wants to do this and this and that. But in fact, he's like on this hamster wheel, because he's not following his true essence. He's not leading himself. He's allowing others to dictate what he does. And so it's exhausting, it's frustrating. It can lead to anger. It can lead to where he just like gives up on things. Okay. So this is more so far, this is more so of a week of you kind of like going within, and you might come across these people, and this might be you being that friend that's holding up that mirror going, hey, maybe things aren't working out in your life because you're doing this and that. Maybe your relationships are struggling because of this and that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could be that friend, or that friend might come in and show you these kings in reverse, how you're behaving in certain ways that are really counterproductive for you. Okay? All right. Let's look at Thursday. Oh my gosh. We have okay, so this is the feminine King of Cups. I told you there are different cards in this deck, right? So this is the feminine King of Cups on Tuesday. Now we have the masculine King of Cups on Thursday. All these kings, Douglas. We might see some things in society where leaders are being exposed one way or another. Now, I am not political. This is not going to turn into a political debate because I think it's stupid to think that either side has 100% of our best interests in mind and at heart. It's not true. Our political parties are mostly full of narcissists and sociopaths, in my opinion. Um, but we might see some things collectively where it's like, okay, now we know the truth of the situation. Okay, now we can see that, right? And we have that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a gift of new energy. It's a gift of a spark. It's a gift of what are you going to do to lead your way through the muck of what we see in society. Does that make sense? Also, on Tuesday, there might be uh, an issue with the weather. Again, this is collective. So if you have certain forecasts this month, or not month, this week, just be aware, especially on Tuesday, there might be some sort of issue with Mother Nature, okay, and water and weather. Today is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You and I are so aligned. Yeah, I don't get political. I think it's dumb to favor each side. I can see the BS on both sides. Okay, so Tuesday is the feminine King of Cups in reverse, for those of you taking notes. Wednesday is the King of Wands in reverse, and Thursday is the masculine King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so when that King of Cups is in reverse, the masculine version, again, he doesn't like to feel emotions. He doesn't want to feel emotions. And so what does he do? He erupts or he manipulates. Okay. So just be aware this energy is about, I feel like a lot of things are going to be revealed, especially because we have that full moon. This is a super moon. It is the full beaver moon. This is about you preparing for the next year, you preparing actually for the winter. Okay. Getting in alignment, whatever you need to get together, doing whatever it is you need to do to get yourself prepared to thrive through the winter and then really blossom through the spring. Okay. So it's going to bring a lot of awareness this week as far as I don't feel like a ton of action. It's more like reflection. And let me see how I am building this legacy. What is it that has really left me this year? What has transformed within me? And then the moon reflects things back to you, right? It brings up those emotions. It messes with the tides. It shows you what is. And with this being a super moon, this is like big energy showing you of what is and bringing up all that emotion, because emotion is water, right? We are affected by the moon, and that moon can be that that blessing here, that one that's telling you, hey, this is what is, this is the truth, because the moon shows us like the light in the darkness. Okay, let's look underneath. You know what's weird? Not weird, but funny in a non-ironic way. When I was pulling the card out of the book, out of the divination book, I had temperance in my mind for some reason. Temperance was like flashing, and I was like, oh, it'd be funny if I pulled the temperance card because it just flashed in my mind. Well, here it is. And I can't prove that, honestly, right? You'll just have to take me for my word. But yeah, here's temperance. So, what does temperance mean whenever this is hiding underneath? This is telling us we're having to find that equilibrium within. Temperance is about things slowing down, even though we have this Ace of Wands. This is a major arcana. Ace of Wands is a minor arcana. Okay. So we have this excitement. We have this, like, I want to go forth. I want to do this and this and that. And temperance and the full moon as well are going like, hey, slow down just a bit. Let's find that balance, not so much on taking action, more so on being reflective, finding out who are you now and what is it that you need to do to really get yourself in alignment through the winter, and then that way you can blossom throughout the spring. Does that make sense? Yes, patience, my least favorite word. But temperance, it's ruled by Sagittarius, okay, which is funny because Sagittarius, they're not the most patient people. They're fire signs, right? But It wants you to find that equilibrium by knowing who you are. You have to constantly check in with yourself every day, every so often, because you're always evolving. You're always growing, you're always shedding, you're always transforming. Okay? Because this journey of self exploration is about you rediscovering yourself through your authenticity, and it takes a while for you to get there. So, when we have these full moons show up, the full moon is bringing about, these emotions and this truth within us, and seeing how are you going to handle this? Are you just going to like throw a temper tantrum and then keep doing the same old, or are you going to allow yourself to transform? Because the only way you're going to find that equilibrium within yourself is by knowing exactly who you are and leading with that. And that's where you're going to find people that are aligned with you. It's because you're authentic, you're not pretending, and people get it and they like it. Okay. This is another reason why I am bringing about those VIP breakthrough sessions for Black Friday, is because you really need to dive into yourself, because I'm telling you, next year is going to be a powerful year. Like I said, it's not just a 1 year, it is a very special 1 year, a very powerful 1 year. Okay. And I will get more into that later. Yes, small intentional movements. Someone is Celtic New Year. Makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Let's get some Oracle. I've been feeling that. I need to get my ducks in a row before the end of the year. Yeah, you really do. And it's not, don't think about it as your New Year's resolutions, new year, new me. It's like, no, new year, new energy, authentic me. Okay. So if you listen, if you have not gotten subscribed to my website, make sure you do so, so you get on the wait list on Friday. That opens on Friday, and this Friday. And those who are on the wait list will get access to booking one of the 10 spots on Black Friday. If you're in my tribe, you get early access. You get Wednesday access instead of Friday access. So I always take care of my people. All right, let's see. Let's see. What else do we need to know this week? And think about that when you are going throughout this month. And I know we have Christmas coming up, all Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that. And I want you to think about where you're allocating your money and your energy. I get buying gifts. I love buying gifts. It's so fun to me. I used to do that even when I was a kid. It made me so excited to get to buy gifts for all of my relatives. And that just brings me joy. And I'm so impatient for them to get to open it. That I'm such a child when it comes to Christmas and everything. But think about where you're spending your money this Black Friday. Are you spending it on things that you really don't need? Like all these things that people tell you that you need in order to be liked and loved and all of that? Or are you going to spend that money for yourself, for your betterment? I'm just saying. You can ask yourself, am I spending on myself or am I investing in myself? There you go. What else do we need to know this week? Ooh, look at that. Door to personal healing and happiness. There you go. And guess what? It's number 7. Well, it's 34, but 7. So 3 is that personal expression. Did we have this last week? Was it this one? The door again. See? See? These cards. Here we go. We're going to have repeating cards again. So, okay, number 34, 3 is expression, creation, manifestation. 4 is bringing that to this world, to your life. Okay, it's doing what is necessary to bring that manifestation to life. And then 7 is the spiritual number, right? 7 is like, hey, I want to do something new. It is the beginning of the awakening. Think of like the whole group 7 thing, right? It's all of that. We had door to romance. Okay, so we've had a lot of doors showing up. Yeah. So the door to happiness, I'm sorry, door to personal healing and happiness is wide open this week. And it's telling you have to step through. Okay. You have to decide, I'm going to do this. Even though we see all of these cards in reverse, right? We have that Ace of Wands saying you are going to be motivated to move and to do things differently. And this full moon, the super moon that we're going to have is really going to bring some things to light. And it's really going to, with it being in Taurus, this is about you getting your resources together because you need to really get yourself in alignment throughout the winter. And then that way you can blossom in the spring. See, these things happen for a reason. Hmm. The cards know, they always know. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? That beaver moon was called that because this is the time where people start collecting the harvest and getting everything, they would get all their food and resources together to survive the winter, right? But we don't necessarily have to do that, to survive the winter because we have grocery stores and all those things. But what this is telling you now is to gather your resources in this Taurus energy, gather your resources, your money, your things, all of that to get you through the winter so you can thrive in the spring. Okay. You have your first job interview tomorrow. Well, good luck. You're going to have to let me know how it goes. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to know this week? Stuck in the muck and reverse. This card keeps coming up. I don't remember if it was last week that we pulled this or if it was for a personal reading, but I'm going to read this to you. It's number 24. So we had 34. Now we have 24. All right. When this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You'll know when it's time to embark upon it. I mean, you got it on Friday. I'm so glad y'all take notes and y'all remember. So this is telling you we keep getting open doors in our oracle cards. We keep getting this card saying it is up to you to choose, right? 2 and 4, making the decision to do what is necessary. And then we bring it together and it's 6. 6 is harmony and love and nurturing energy. But when you are refusing to do that, you are not nurturing your journey. Does that make sense? Wow. Cards will call us out, right? You haven't gone on an interview in years. You got this. Remember, Lindsay, they're not just checking you out, you're checking them out. You're making sure that they are aligned with you just as much as you are aligned with them. Okay. It's an interview. You can interview them as well. So don't go in there with that desperate energy of I hope they like me. I hope they approve of me. Go in there and think, okay, well, they're going to ask me questions. No problem. I have nothing to hide. And I'm going to ask them questions just to make sure that this is the right fit for me. So there you go. Okay. Let's get this card or this deck. These cards really go along with the whole theme of November that I was telling you at the beginning, right? It's about alignment. It's about you getting yourself together in alignment to finish out the rest of the year so you can take full advantage of this powerful 1 year that we have coming next. Okay. And I'm going to keep repeating that because you need to understand next year, powerful year. Okay. Not just any old 1 year. All right. What else do we need to know? Excuse me. Ooh, we have behind the veil. Behind the veil, welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Woo! Yep. Give up control. Release your grip on outcomes. Embrace the present moment's wisdom. If you don't know how to do that, I suggest you really get with it. Okay. If you are letting your fear guide you, then you're going to stay in these reversed energies that we pulled. Hey, Jamie, we were talking about the super moon and all that fun stuff. So, anywho, this is telling you trust in what you know, trust in all these things. And for example, I'm releasing or premiering my first podcast episode on Thursday, right? Well, we have the full moon on Wednesday. Well, the full moon is showing up in my natal chart in a place that is perfect for me to start this particular podcast because it's Awakening Unfiltered, right? It is me expressing my truth and the truth about life through the spiritual lens. Like I'm going to just like, I'm going to make a lot of people mad, but whatever. I'm going to expose the toxic spiritual aspects that we have been fed and so much more, right? So you want to naturally align with who you are and what you feel is the right next move for you. But if you don't know who you are, then we need to figure that out together, right? So you peer behind the veil and you start taking those moves, even though you can't see all the way to the end of the line. You have to trust. And I know that's not easy because we've been lied to so much as humans, but you know what? It's better to trust in the universe because magical things happen at that time, if I can speak. Oh, nice, Lindsay. Well, there you go. All right, let's see. Let's see. What is our spirit animal for this week? And that's what I was saying because Taurus, right? Taurus is not a fast moving energy. Taurus is very practical. And they're focused on their resources. They're like, wait a minute, I'm not going to expend my resources. That could be energy, it could be money, it could be all these things. If it's not going to give me some sort of return. We have the wolf pathfinder. How funny, because we're sitting here talking about this, right? Okay, it says, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Okay. This is about you finding your way. That's what I was saying. Naturally knowing, instinctively knowing which direction you need to go. It's the mind that says, oh, well, what if this? What if that? Tell it to shut up. I have to do it all the time. My mind will try to play tricks on me all the time. And I have to tell it to shut up and just go with what I know to be true. Okay. You can do the same thing. You're laughing, Jenny, but it's true. So true. Our minds love to play tricks on us. Let's do Queen of the Moon Oracle since we're going to have this big full moon. All right, let's see what else do we need to know this week. Nice. Let's see. What else do we need to know? And if you have not gotten into my free Tarot Foundations course, go. TikTok is linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked in the description. Get in the free Tarot Foundations course. And then, whoops, and then move on to the Fool's Journey. That will blow your mind. That will blow your mind. You think you know the Fool's Journey? What about we go way more in depth in the Fool's Journey than you've ever known? And people are loving that one. So, all right, what else do we need to know? Ooh, we have first quarter moon assessing number 9. Look at that. Remember how I said earlier, we're going to be reflecting and going within and really assessing how far we've come this year, right? This full super moon is going to reflect a lot to us about what has happened over this 9 year. Okay? Things have changed, things have closed down, people have left, things have come to light. It's all setting us up for a new 9-year cycle. And this 9-year cycle is not going to be like the last one. I'm telling you, it is not. And it's already starting off with a bang. Okay. Next year is going to be even stronger. Not next year, but the year after that is going to be even stronger. So you get your shit together now. I'm telling you, that way you can thrive over the next 2 years at least. And you're not one of those people going, God, I wish I would have da 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 da. Okay. What do I think will happen in it? I'm going to get deeper into that later, Stephanie, but it's going to be beneficial, very beneficial for us. Think Wheel of Fortune. All right, let's see. Prediction of the Rebel deck, right? Let's see, what else do we need to know this week? I don't remember if I knocked on it. Let me make sure. You said that and I went to the game show. Yeah. All right. All right. We have water creation, number 29. We have a lot of water. Well, 2 water cards, 2 King of Cups cards, representations, the feminine and masculine, both in reverse. So we have a lot of water. I told you there was going to be a lot of water involved in this week, right? And water is within us, right? The moon pulls at the tides, it pulls at us. So with this being a super moon, that's why I was saying there might be an issue with storms, especially on Tuesday, maybe Thursday, um, because of that full moon. And when that super moon pulls at us, it brings up a lot of emotions. Like you might have a hard time sleeping. You might have something from the past like randomly come up into your brain. You're like, oh, and you need to process that. There could be a lot of emotions. But when we see water as creation, our emotions create our reality, right? So it's thoughts, emotions, and actions. That's like the holy trinity of manifestation. So whatever you're thinking of that brings up an emotion, you wind up taking action on, and that's where you manifesting your journey. Simple. Now you don't need a manifestation coach. Whoops. Scorpio, the water sign is being activated a lot this month. There you go. Let's get the good old Kipper deck. Let's see. What is our message for this week? And with that 29, guess what? That's 11. 11 is that gateway. Of course. There you go, Jenny. She said, I just love this community. Well, here you go. Here's the community card once again for about the 500th time. You guys, we had so many people join the tribe this month or in October. It's so exciting. And I'm so happy to have new members of the tribe, like so many that I haven't had that many join in a month in quite some time because I know people are very hesitant about getting in memberships, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But when I was evaluating my tribe, you could use AI to evaluate things. It could do deep research and whatnot. And I shared this with Jamie. I was evaluating my tribe and everything that is given and done in my tribe. And the AI literally goes, Erica, what the fuck? I about died. I was like, no, AI did not just say that to me. I didn't program it that way. But it goes, Erica, what the fuck? Like you give so much in your tribe. I was like, oops. So you better get in now before I change my mind. But anyway, the community card comes up because we are going through a massive awakening. We are all opening our eyes to what is. We are all seeing that we do need each other. It's not this solo journey. I mean, you do have to go your own path, but we can all go on our own paths together because they're very similar, not the same, right? I've been manifesting it, but guess missed the opportunity. You can still get in the tribe. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's so funny. Erica, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, here's the thing, you guys. The tribe is less than a cup of coffee a day, right? There are so many things that we spend our money on that we just unconsciously spend our money on every single day when we could really take a look at where we're allocating our money and realize, oh, I have plenty that I can do this. I was spending it here, spending it there, throwing it away here, throwing it away there, when I can save, $3.30 a day so I can further myself, so I can go through my transformation, so I can start my spiritual business if I want to. I can do all these things. It's not it's not hard. It's just prioritizing, okay? Let's get our money message since we're talking about money. No, that is not the super fan thing here on TikTok. The tribe is on my own platform. So that is linked in my bio on TikTok. So when you go to the link in my bio, you'll see the free tarot course, you'll see the Fool's Journey, and then just below that, you'll see the tribe. Okay. That is where I hold my tarot apprenticeship. That is where the whole thing is what I teach my students. Okay. This is where you go through it on your own. It is dripped and paste content. You cannot get in there and binge and then leave. Sorry, I don't play that game. We do real spiritual practices here. Okay. And we take our time and we take it seriously. If you're looking for something to binge and jet, I'm not your person. So, yeah, the tribe holds my tarot apprenticeship, all kinds of tarot spread videos where I teach you how to read the tarot spread, um, personal transformational modules, um, live events like this Wednesday. Anne is going to go over our chakras. She's teaching us each month a different chakra. She is our shamanic practitioner, if you didn't know. What else? What else is in there? Daily, monthly zodiac tarot readings, daily motivation, so much, so much stuff. So yeah, the Fool's Journey. I mean, there's so much stuff in there. I know about a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts this AM for a gift. Well, stop doing that and start investing in yourself. Yeah, we're all in there. Exactly. Oh, hang on. I got to verify myself. It is an incredible community of support and love and learning and empowerment. Okay. I had a beautiful lady named Trisha join because she needed some support and we were going to be her backbone. So I'm so glad that she joined the tribe. Um, but yeah, we're the ones that will be the Anam Cara for you. When you're going through a struggle, we will be the one who holds up the mirror and says, hey, stop doubting, stop doing this and this. You can do this. And we will celebrate you when you hit those wins. It's an incredible place. Okay, let's get our money message for this week. I don't remember if I knocked on it or not because I started flapping my gums. Yeah, we are your cheerleaders. Absolutely. The tribe is a place that I wish I had when I was going through my awakening journey. So I created it. And y'all, all of y'all are stuck with me. I'm kidding. You can cancel anytime. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What is our money message? Look at that. We have media. There's 3 ways to resonate. So, number 1, step into the spotlight and get seen. Don't allow your talent to go unnoticed. I was thinking about this morning when I was getting ready. I was thinking about, you know, how they have that phrase, the squeaky wheel gets the grease? That's kind of the same thing as putting yourself out there. Stop trying to invite yourself to my life. I'll pay to get stuck with you. Nice. I'm happy to be stuck with you. Much love. I'm so excited to be stuck with all y'all. But anyway, what I was saying is you if you don't put yourself out there, then nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know that you exist. Nobody's going to know what you can do. Nobody's going to know what you want. Nobody's going to know that you have this ability, right? So the squeaky wheel gets the grease is saying, put yourself out there. You know, go for that raise, go for that promotion, put yourself out on social media so you can get seen. I mean, that's Molly did that. Jamie does that. Denise does that. And that's how you get yourself out there because nobody else is going to know you exist if you don't. Okay. Number 2, a career in television, radio, magazine, or any mass media job might be perfect for you. If it is, consider that this week. See how you can get in that genre or niche. Number 3, it might be time to get more publicity if you want to increase your finances. It's true. Again, nobody's going to know you exist if you don't put yourself out there. That's another reason why I created the new podcast is because I have so much more to say other than just tarot content, which don't get me wrong, freaking love tarot. Tarot is the foundation of my whole transformation, my business transformation, everything. Tarot changed my life in ways that I will never be able to fully express. Okay. So, choked up. Um, so anyway, I have so much more though to offer other than just tarot. There's so much more that encompasses your spiritual journey and your transformation and your awakening. So that's why I created the podcast because I need to get that information out there. So you can do something in your own way that is getting yourself out there to be seen. That's how you're going to make money, especially in this world. Oh yeah, right, Glenn or Laura. Sorry, I always just look at your at name. Okay, let's get our crystal for the week. And speaking of my students who learned tarot from me and are thriving, this is from one of my tarot students. She went off, created her own business, created her own oracle deck, teaches oracle classes, has done many tarot read. I mean, my students are thriving and I freaking love it. It's Miss Denise right here with the purple hearts. So you can get this deck. TikTok, it's linked in my bio, and YouTube is linked down in the description. You cannot find it on Amazon or anything like that. So, yeah, good luck. But this is an amazing deck. This deck immediately connected when I first started using it. It connected to all the readings, and I love it. You did such a beautiful job, you and Jonathan, Denise. All right, so let's find out what is our crystal for this week. What is our crystal for this week? Ooh, lapis lazuli. Beautiful. It says intuition, wisdom, expansion. I believe that's what this is right here, right, Denise? You can get crystals and all kinds of things in her shop, not just her deck. Okay, lapis lazuli invites you to explore the depths of your inner wisdom, enhancing your intuition and aligning you with your highest truth. Let its royal blue energy open the doors to self discovery and empower you to speak your authentic voice. Look at that. And all the imagery is based off of Denise's beautiful face. Look how powerful that looks. So even if you don't have the crystal, you can use this card to pull in that energy because the words and the imagery really set a vibration on this card and you can use the card. Okay. So lapis lazuli, that is our crystal for the week. Love it. Let's see. What else do we need to pull from? You know what? Let's do this one. Ugh, this is such a big one. Makes a lot of sense for this week. Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. The deck immediately connected. So, yeah, the cards know. All right, what is our message for this week? Oh gosh, there's so many. Oh, we got number 12, manifestation, rainbow body. You are manifesting your future self in the form of your rainbow body. What does your future self look like? That doesn't mean just because you hear you're manifesting yourself, your future self through your rainbow body, that doesn't mean, oh, you're just going to magically poof, turn into the person you've been dreaming of. It's telling you you're manifesting your future self right here, right now. What does that look like? What habits are you putting out there day to day? What thoughts are going through your brain minute by minute? What emotions are coming up all the time? How are you manifesting your future self? Are you going to be the same person that you are today this time next year? Or are you doing things to change that? Okay. I will call you out every time. Can I repeat that? Yes. It says number 12, manifestation, rainbow body. You are manifesting your future self in the form of your rainbow body. Okay. So you decide what that future self winds up being. I'm not going to be one of those people that, feeds you a bunch of BS when it comes to your evolution, when it comes to your spiritual journey, because a lot of people really like to capitalize off of the whole love and light. And this is just going to magically happen for you. And don't get me wrong, I've had some magical things happen in my life, but it's because I took action one way or another and it caused a ripple effect, right? You can't bypass certain things just to, you know, only live the happy parts. Doesn't work. And we're going to talk about that in the podcast. So there's a little preview there. All right. What else do we need to know? One more and then the Rebel deck. How can I become more flexible right now? And there's more on the back. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Hello, full moon. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. So let's start that over. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Today's soul action, we can see it as this week's soul action. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. So there you go. Okay. It takes work. Yeah, I had to work on the inner stuff to get here, and I still have a ways to go. Yeah, we all do. We're all, that's why I keep reiterating that it's an ongoing process. You don't reach the pinnacle and then you just stop. That's a lie. Okay. And we're going to reveal all that stuff. Look, what can I burn? I like that. We're going to reveal all of this stuff on the podcast. So you better be listening because I've got a lot that I'm going to share with you. And if you want to be able to be backstage while I record these episodes, then you get to be in the tribe. The tribe, that's included. That's another thing that I included in the tribe. That's why AI is telling me, what the fuck? Because I've put so many resources in the tribe for you. It's up to you to take action. Yeah, nobody to blame but yourself. All right. Thank you, Jamie, for being here and helping. Any rituals for the full moon you would suggest or like to do? So think about this. Think about the sign that the moon is in. So this one is in Taurus. It is in an earth sign. Okay. What you can do is you can write down the things that you would like to release and then bury it. Whatever you want to do, whatever you feel called to do. I like to burn things. If it's a water sign, you can put it in water. I mean, it just depends. You can speak it in water and pour it out, whatever you want. But the full moon is about releasing things that aren't in alignment with you so you can receive the things that are. Okay. It's about really acknowledging the truth that is coming up for you, especially when it comes to where Taurus is in your chart. Okay. So focus on that area of your life, write it down, and then bury it. Okay. How do you get a reading? You can go to the link in my bio, and then there's a button that says book a session with me, and then you can choose which reading you would like. Okay, so this is the Rebel deck. If you're sensitive and get your feelings hurt easily, it's time to scroll away. All right, what is our message for this week? Oh man, it says, fuck, shit's about to get real. It says, fuck, you need your people around you. Oof. You need your people. Okay. With this super full moon in the sign of Taurus, you need your people, whatever that looks like. If you don't have people, yeah, exactly. Community. If you don't have your people, then join the tribe. It is ladies only. Sorry, fellas, but we had to keep it ladies only because we do share a lot in there. And I want it to be a safe space for women to come and express their truth and to build their power back up. Okay. So, yeah, you need your people. What did I tell you? Yep. So, all right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Make sure that you, TikTok especially, go to my profile and you should see the link to my YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. And so we can watch the premiere together or listen to the premiere together. I keep saying watch, but listen to the premiere together of my new podcast, Awakening Unfiltered. It's going to be Thursday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time. See, this is what happens when I try to do a podcast. You're going to hear all my flubs, not on the edited version, but on backstage. You get to hear blah, blah, and all that. But anyway, yes, I'm excited for this new podcast. I can't wait for you to hear it. We're going to get totally unfiltered in the next, I don't know how many podcasts we're going to do. Just depends, right? As long as I have things to talk about, I'll be making the podcast. So yeah, we have backstage happening on Wednesday for episode 2. Like I said, it is going to be spicy on Wednesday. The episode 2, yeah, because we're going to talk about spiritual entitlement. So you're going to want to be there so you can get your comments or your questions on the podcast potentially. And it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope to see you there in the tribe. If not, I will see you at the premiere. And then I will be back here Friday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, to look at what's coming up for us through the weekend. We do have Mercury going retrograde this weekend. So let's prepare for that. Okay. I love you all. And I will see you next week. No, Friday. What the fuck's going on with my brain? All right. See ya.